Hey, everybody, welcome to another Bet on a Vet. And this time we have a local legend in El Dorado County and the Sacramento region. It's Jon Rivera, otherwise known as the owner proprietor of Barber Jon's Barbershop. How are you, Jon?
Pretty good, Tom. Yeah.
Jon is world famous.
World famous.
You know, I used to say world famous locally, but you know, somehow my tentacles reached out all around the world.
That's a good thing. Jon, before we dive into your business, can you tell us a little bit about your military background?
Well, I got started when I was pretty young. I was 17. I was a wayward child, had some difficulties, but I happened to talk to a recruiter. And then I ended up in right after that, I ended up in a juvenile detention center, and I had a pretty big court case. And back then, you know, a recruiter can, you know, come to bat for you. And so he told the judge that he'd make a man out of me. And and that's when I went into the Marine Corps at the age of 17.
And then,
yeah, that's how I got started.
How long did you serve?
I did 3 years active, and then I tried to do some reserve time, but I didn't much care for that. I liked my freedom once I got out.
What did being a Marine mean to you, and what did it teach you?
Well, you know, at first, you know, over the years, I've practiced some of the, you know, the discipline and the faithfulness and the camaraderie, into my life. I wasn't so, you know, when you're young, you don't understand these things. You just kind of like listen to whatever they got to say. But yeah, I really like the discipline and the you know, always being faithful, and then I learned over the years that, you know, that faithfulness is subject to myself.
It comes back to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really love the principles.
Have you put that into your business at all? Because I know that when anybody
you know, yeah, but my in the business, you know, I'm always that's never changed. I'm here to serve. You know, I'm in the service industry, and right now, you know, I'm 60 now, and so the way I look at things is, I'm still here to serve, but by my standards, you know.
Jon, how did you get into cutting hair? Where did that start?
That's funny. So I did a bunch of odd jobs after the Marine Corps. I was in the butchers union, and some people say I'm still a butcher, but I did a bunch of odd jobs in construction, and I was pouring foundations out in Brentwood. And I had a friend of mine who had a barbershop in Oakley, California. And during the off season, when it was raining, I wore a mullet, and he was taking care of my mullet. And then he suggested I should go to barber college. And so, and I was attending church, and so I told these everybody, these little old ladies in the church, they kept asking me to go to Bible college, and so they thought I'd be a good pastor or something like that. And yeah, I remember I made an announcement on a Sunday that I stood up in church, and I just said I decided to go to barber college, and all the old ladies thought I said Bible college. And they were so happy for me. Then I said, no, I'm going to barber college. And they said, no.
But in a way, John, you have been spreading the gospel of great hair for how many decades now have you been in
I've been doing it since 91. Yeah.
Okay.
About the same times you guys got started.
Yep, absolutely. And your first place was right in front of the Purple place, which I missed that place. I wish it were still around. And now
I think they're opening back up soon.
Are they? All right, that'd be
somebody leased it out. I don't know if it'll be the name Purple Place, but yeah.
So then
a lot of history down there.
You moved up just a little bit, Green Valley and Francisco, to where the El Dorado Saloon is, that kind of complex shopping center. How long have you been there?
I've been here 8 years now. Yeah.
And what is the official name of your business, John? We love this.
Well, so this is kind of like, I'll make it real quick. When I started out, I was El Dorado Hills Barbershop, but all the little kids started calling me Barber Johns, and they're like, "Who the hell's El Dorado Hills Barbershop?" So my business license is El Dorado Hills Barbershop. Then I changed it to Barber Johns, and then I moved to another location, and I needed some money, and so that's why I started a men's club. And so I think I had like 45 guys that paid an annual fee, and they gave me the money up front. So that kind of like positioned me to move to a bigger location. And so I had a bunch of pictures from people from all around the world wearing Barber Jon shirts. So then I decided to call it like World Famous. And that's how that got started.
And it stuck.
One of the great things about your business model, and I assume it's just offshoot of your personality, because you are a very charismatic, engaging person. Was that intentional to make your place kind of quirky and off the wall? Because it is, but it also is like one of the friendliest places I've ever been in. And
well, I think, just like we all have that certain amount of creativeness. And I was just like able to, just do that. This is like my environment is, this is where I feel comfortable. So, it's just like, it just kind of evolved into that. And so I went through different transitions. I went through like the garage scene, where I had a pool table, poker tables. I was always gambling and doing that. And now I feel like I'm a bit more refined. It's just a bit more plants and wood and leatherback books.
But you also in your shop, we have a lot of military things. So I mean, you get that feel from it, and I know you. Well,
it's just like my great grandfather served, my grandfather served, my dad served, and so they were all like they were all in the army. My great grandfather served in the Spanish American War, and my grandfather served in Germany, and my dad did 4 tours in Vietnam, and so. My dad always used to say that he couldn't be a Marine because he's not good at telling tall tales and lies.
Well, one of the things about your business, and I think Pat was going to allude to this, is there is an amazing amount of just passion, not passion, but compassion, and it's organic. It's not faked or phony in any way.
Yeah, it's just like, I think there's a difference in the word compassion and empathy, compassion is like, well, for a long time, I was connecting with people's suffering instead of just like allowing myself. It kind of pulled me down because I was doing a lot for a long time, and it just felt like it was sucking the energy out of me. And so 8 years ago, when we had moved over to this location, my daughter died. And so I just kind of like took a back seat to doing, emceeing events or, fundraising and that type of stuff. So I had a kind of like you could say my journey started about 8 years ago to where I am now.
Well, you still do a lot with the community. You do a lot of events that give back.
Yeah. My thing was I never turned down anybody. If somebody wants help, it's just what degree of help I can do.
Well, let me tell you a quick story about and why I love you. And I'm going to interrupt you for just a second. This was after you went through a theft. You remember that? We got a bunch of stuff stolen, and eventually it was given back. And we talked about it on the air. And we went on a Saturday. Tom and I went up there, and I happened to have my son Dimitri with me. And you were asking me some questions, and I said, he's got autism. Do you think you could cut his hair? And to me, there's some sort of connection that you get with a person. As soon as I described that to you, said that to you, it was like you instantly understood, and you were so good with him. And I'll never forget that, Jon.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. I just like I think that was a big part of what we call a business model is just it's just I feel a connection to people. I mean, you guys do it all the time. You guys talk to people all the time, and yeah. I sincerely love people, and I sincerely want people to be the best that they can be. And
all right, well,
that's it.
All right, Jon, your world famous barbershop again is located exactly where?
Well, I'm at what is my address?
You're in that little development. I don't even know how to describe it other than
I'm right next to the El Dorado Saloon in El Dorado Hills.
Jon's Barbershop.
Well, let me run outside and take a look at my address number.
In case you forget, Jon.
Well, I was like 20 years the same address, and so
you're right across the street from Safeway.
I'm Suite 5. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, 881 Embarcadero, El Dorado Hills, Suite 5. I don't know how I forgot that, but I did.
Funny.
Jon, give us the address one more time because you just broke.
It's 881 Embarcadero, Suite 5, El Dorado Hills, California. Can I say something? I really appreciate you guys and what you guys do. And for me, this is like, these are big things. I just came off. I'm kind of like, I don't know why, but I feel like a little bit of emotions because I know what you guys do. And you guys do a lot. And I sense that when I talk to you guys. And I really appreciate you guys. And then it's an honor to be able to do an interview with you guys.
It's always fun to talk to you, and it's always an emotional experience to talk to you. I mean, I think in 16 minutes, people watching this, they see who you are. This is who you are. And by the way, you also do a great job cutting hair, and so does your team.
Yeah. I want to go fishing with you, Tom.
We'll put it together. And Jon is at 381 Green Valley Road.
What? No, that's my old address.
Oh, God. Never mind.
That's the Purple Place. No, he's not there.
You'll find it.
See, that's why I got confused. I got a picture of you, Tom, with a Seahawk on your chest.
That's right.
Tattoo.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you gave me a temporary tattoo one year. Well, Jon, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
No, thank you guys. Means a lot to me, and you guys mean a lot to me, and thank you for what you do.
All right, John, you got it. We'll see you at your shop, and if I don't run into you there, I'll see you at Hanley's Western Wear.